Hi, I'd like to introduce you to an application I've been working on. It's called Unreal Mapbox Bridge, which allows you to select a real-world location on a web application and then import that height map, create a height map and import that height map directly into Unreal Engine. As you can see, we have a world map here, um, and you can select anywhere you want. So right now I'm just going to go back to the default location, which is Mount Rainier. I'm going to go ahead and select it, and it's going to ask me where I want to save my files. I've already put that information in the settings, and this is the location of my folder. Let's go back to the map. Now I need to go ahead and choose the landscape size I would like and the name of the landscape. Next, in Unreal, I've just created a blank project, nothing special to it. I'm going to go ahead and drag the blueprint out onto the scene. And the only thing I need to set in this is the height map directory, which is the same directory that I have set in my Mapbox web application. And to do that, I just go to that location. I know the location on the drive, and that's going to be real world height maps. Okay, I'm just going to copy that path here and put that into the height map path variable. All right. Now once I've got that set, I can go ahead and choose to download the height map I have selected, and which is going to do right now. And then once I've downloaded it, I can send it directly to Unreal. And you can see it populating in Unreal, and there you go. So now you have a landscape in Unreal. Now you may need to adjust the Z-scale. Sometimes it's off, and that's something again I'm working on. The Z-scale would be here. Right now it's at 100. This landscape is at sea level. You know, still things still things to work on. So I would probably set this at maybe, let's see, 75. That looks a little better, I think. But whatever you like. Okay, and so that is the basics of it. Eventually, I'd like to have this plugin here draw the features of the landscape, such as roads, lakes, rivers, and that just some basic features. I'm not like looking to get anything fancy like cesium or anything like that, but just something you can do quick real-world imports with basic features, and you can choose to make whatever roads, lakes, rivers you want. The other cool thing about this right now is that I can import multiple landscapes just to see what it looks like. Now, I don't have it set to overwrite this original landscape right now, so it will create a new one. But that's, you know, you can create as many as you want, and gives you a good idea of how to compare it to maybe you want to add multiple landscapes to your level with different things. Let's see, let's pick another landscape, maybe one here with a lake. Okay, let's choose that. And again, we're going to we'll keep it 2017 by 2017, and we'll just call this lake. And again, we'll download it. And we'll send it to Unreal. And there you go. Now it's at the same level, same location as the other one, so you have to raise it up, move it wherever you want. So let's raise it up a little bit so we can see the one we just imported. So we've got the two landscapes. Now you can see this one, Z-scale is obviously way off. So let's lower that to maybe 50, something like that. Oh, that looks a little better. I'm not sure what, you know, that looks pretty decent. I mean, again, you can put it down lower if you want. So you can see it's got the features of the landscape. I think the lake's over here. You can see where it's got the boundaries to the lake, and the flat part is where the lake would be. So you can just keep on importing as many landscapes as you want just to kind of see what's going on. So you've got these two landscapes, one here and here. You could combine the landscapes, move them around, whatever you want to do. I mean, you could tile them like this if you wanted to. You know, lots of things you can do with it. But it just gives you a real simple, basic way to import a real world location. Um, into Unreal without having to do anything besides have a blueprint plugin added to your project and running this web application. You do have to run it locally. You cannot run it on a remote location, as Unreal does not allow you to communicate from a web application that's not run locally. We're communicating over its remote API, which is pretty cool. You can look that up. I hope you enjoyed this. I will do a little bit more demonstrations on how to install this application. It's really simple. You just download it. Both of them are open source. You download the Unreal Mapbox Bridge web application. If you have Node, you have to have Node JS installed. Then you just do your standard npm install and npm start, and then the application runs. You have some settings you will have to do. You have to get a Mapbox access token from Mapbox. You can do a free account, and here's a link to it. They give a great free account. This is default in here. This is default and this default. You don't really need to touch those. That's just something if you wanted to do down the road, you could. And then here you choose the map location. So you would select download folder. You know, here's the download folder I'm selecting. Select it, and then I'd save my settings. And once I do that, then I get this map. Now I can scroll in and out to zoom. I can right click to turn the mouse. I can left click to drag it, right click to tilt it, and I can also navigate via the keyboard. So AWSD, your standard gaming things I can navigate. So again, left click just to move around, zoom in, zoom out. I can, easy enough to. Honestly, I'm not sure what's going on right now. Huh. Still, bugs to be worked on. Let's try that again. Just hit refresh. And anyway, you can zoom out and zoom back in. For the most part, it's going okay. Still very much a work in progress. And I think that's about it for it. You've got some map settings. You can show different layers. Again, this doesn't really affect anything on how it imports into Unreal, but it's just for your visual, just how you see the map visually. So so I can go in here and set the satellite, turn the satellite image on. So you can see that. Eventually, what I'd like to do is take the satellite image and be able to use that to point to an auto material and use that to texture your map based on an auto material with the satellite image as the detail or the parameters. You can do it 3D, and then you can go down here and you can see it's let's get a little lower. See, it's in 3D now. So you can see the difference there. Turn the 3D off, 3D on. Satellite, same thing. You got 3D on and 3D off. So there you go. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.